Attention listener, the following broadcast has been created for entertainment and comedy purposes. If you do not find it funny or entertaining, just don't listen. LOL. Nobody is forcing you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Perth's #1 podcast hosted by Black Man. It's me, that Black Man. I'm T. This is Absolute Nonsense, the Absolute Nonsense podcast. You guys are playing me a freaking fool, aren't you? I'm not going to swear yet because you can't swear in the first 2 minutes of a video on YouTube, so freaking is the way we're going to go with it. People are watching videos, not subscribing. People are listening to the episodes and not freaking following on their choice of podcast listening tool. Just push the button. It's free. It helps me out. It helps me get more people on. Like this guy over here. You don't know who it is yet. No, don't bother waving at him. They can't see you until I reveal you to them. So, who we've got on today? He's one of 4 Manchester City supporters. He's a Perth up-and-coming comedian. He's an art student. He's an art student, guys. So he needs help. His name is Sam. I'm just going to say what it says on your Instagram. Bar-Ari.
That's actually the closest a lot of people have gotten.
I knew I would get it wrong. See, I'm having fun. No. I'm having fun not asking people how to say their name just to see if I can get it right. Well, how do you say it?
You know, I've heard it whitewashed so many times that sometimes I just forget how to say it.
Facts.
But it's Bar-Ari. So yeah, it's Hebrew. So it's
facts.
Yeah.
You're the first Hebrew person I've ever met.
There you go. That's you're starting to get the money up on the podcast. You got the Jewish heritage. That's how you're gonna get the money.
Let's go.
I like how we can just put the YouTube graphic here, the percentage bar that's like the subscribed versus not subscribed.
I actually don't know how to find that.
Isn't it just in like
I don't know.
I think it's just in your YouTube home edit thing.
You can just find it. We'll see. But guys, he's here. You've seen who he is now. You've heard his voice. And now let's play the intro. There's no intro.
I don't know whether we were waiting. We were gonna give it a silent.
It's in post.
Easy.
I put it in there.
Great. Right. We just got a live intro.
Just a band's about to come in and start playing the song for us.
Damn, that's some high budget shit.
We just freaking ruined the fourth wall. Everyone thought that it was real, but
yeah.
Oh no, it's in
sad.
post. Damn it.
How would they ever know?
Hey Sam, so how you going? Thank you for coming on. Thank you. I appreciate.
Of course, man.
You doing it.
It's good. It's good to be here. It took me a while. I had to cancel a couple times.
Yes, because you're a referee. So
yes. Yeah, that day I had to cancel was hectic. I was supposed to do 1 game and then 2 other referees just didn't turn up. So I ended up doing 3 games, which was, my body was crying after that.
And we were meant to record after that, eh?
I think, yeah, because that day already, I was already feeling a little bit sick. So, and then I had the game in the morning.
Yes, I remember what happened. When that happened, I made a joke that you didn't come on because you were too hungover because the night before the Champions League final just happened and City had just won it.
I think so, yeah. It was that. It was I'd gotten up just to watch that super early in the morning. I just got up at 5 in the morning to watch it.
Yeah.
Because, City fan, I'm plastic. I didn't watch it live.
You watched the replay?
Dude, it's at 3. It's dude.
Shut up.
It was 3 in the morning and I probably could have actually just gotten up at 3 and then stayed up because my first game was to referee was early in the morning anyway. But
bro, if we can win Liverpool in the Champions League final, we rock up, even when we're playing against Tottenham.
Yeah, bro, but that's not a real Champions League final. It's Tottenham. You guys, if you guys didn't win that, that's not a Champions League final. That's a Europa League final, bro.
Fine. Well, good thing we're in the Europa League this year.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh, better than Chelsea. They didn't even make it into Europe.
Sucks shit.
You are listening to
Absolute Nonsense.
How I like to start the episode is to ask a bunch of random questions that really show the form of what absolute nonsense is.
Yeah,
so I've got here a bunch of questions. I've got 10 of them. Sometimes we don't make it through all 10 because we actually just end up doodling on one question because they're just kind of fun questions. So I've got them here for you now. So if you were a flavor of ice cream, what unique combination of things would be in that ice cream?
Ooh, See, I could go for like a serious answer, or I could just say cum flavor.
Oh my!
Or like some dumb shit like that. I'd definitely be some form of like ice cream with like bud in it or something. If like we're
Bud?
Bud.
Oh, not ass.
Yeah,
you
no.
Mean, you mean the devil's?
Yeah,
the
I mean,
devil's lettuce.
am I allowed to talk about that?
I have no idea. I don't know what the rules are.
I mean, if you wanna cut it or not, but like, I'd definitely be a form of edible ice cream.
All ice cream is edible.
This motherfucker, you know what I meant, bruh. Ice cream with weed.
But
I don't know.
Thank you for clarifying that for everyone.
I don't know. Maybe like one of my favorite flavors is rum and raisin. So maybe like rum and raisin that like actually gets you fucked up. Like a rum and raisin that has enough alcohol in it to like get you drunk or something like that.
That sounds
Just something goofy or like stupid like that, because I feel like that's my personality is silly little guy, and I think
it sounds like your PlayStation, your PSN network name.
Yeah,
It's just be like, yeah, silly little guy.
dude. Yeah, no, silly little guy is the guy that's on Xbox Live playing COD that says slurs 100%.
Xbox players are little shits anyway.
Yeah, and I mean I'm a PlayStation player, so
Good boy.
Yeah,
Good. Okay, I take it back. You're okay.
yeah.
You're all right.
I have an Xbox, but I mostly play PlayStation.
Gathers dust.
No, I use it literally for Game Pass. So if there's like a game that I want to play coming out, I can just get it for free.
I don't have an Xbox anymore. I grew up when I was like in 2008.
That would have been 360, I think.
Probably. I went from original Xbox. That was our first console. Then jumped to. I think the next one was a Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, I was always a
groundbreaking.
Nintendo kid because I had like strict parents and they were like, "Oh, family-friendly
Friendly games,
console." I
facts.
like,
Yeah, with
like-
a last name that involves making a sheep sound.
yeah,
You
or
definitely would have strict parents.
yeah,
That was so
or like the
mean.
thing you did in the toilet. Like that was the joke. All
Did it in the toilet?
because it's like Wii. So like all my no, okay, so like yeah.
See, I'm talking about your last name.
You're
talking about the console.
I'm still talking about the
We're
console,
on two
bro.
different pages.
Bruh.
I'm stressing out right now. Are you in frame?
Yes, I am.
Cool,
I
'cause
am.
freaking
I'm like dead
freaking-
center.
Freaking Tabo, the freaking throughout the episode, he just kept fucking off. He kept moving
just like-
backwards. I should have said
No,
something.
I'm like centered on.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
Good boy. Yeah, at the end of the episode, he wasn't in frame anymore.
Where did he end up, bro? This is like a pretty big frame.
No,
Did he like
it
roll
was-
around?
I had a different setup.
Oh.
I had a different cameras.
Just say he just like rolled around to the front of the table, so he's sitting there.
was on it.
You just see the back of his head.
Then people probably thought they were me. People did think he was me. That's
Oh
another story.
yeah, we talked about that before the episode started.
If you could talk to animals, what conspiracy theory do you think tigers would have?
They're just not endangered at all. There's just a shit ton of them, and they're just really good at hiding. There's just a bunch of them. Because
They're just good at hiding. They just think
yeah,
they're
I mean,
playing
like
the ultimate game
they're
of hide and seek.
for real. I mean, their
They're
whole
playing-
thing is they're like really good at hiding, and like you see like the footage of them, and they're like right in front of people, and they just don't notice. And like,
I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again, and it makes no sense because they're fucking orange.
Yeah.
and they're always
Actually,
in
yeah.
greenery. It's like
that's
how
a
did you
good
not
point.
See it?
How the fuck do they hide so well? Like they're in like they're not even in like places that have like
No,
orange
they're
plants a lot of the
fucking-
time.
They're in the jungle.
Yeah, they're in like rainforest, which is just like pure green.
Green. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, have you seen like tigers are really good swimmers? Have you seen that?
I've never seen a tiger.
Dude, no.
Have you seen a chicken swim? Chicken.
I can't say that I've seen it.
You remember that thing when there's like ages ago, there was like this thing. What the fuck's it called? It went viral on Facebook. You know, in the dark ages.
Oh yeah.
Where the guy
That shows our age difference. This guy uses Facebook.
Shut up. I didn't know that wasn't a boomer thing to do as well until like recently. Until I was on the
damn.
train. But the thing went viral about people asking the question, "Do chickens float?" And they float. Just
Okay, who was the first person to ask that question?
I don't know,
Like,
bro.
who had that much time
think
on their
it's
hands? They were
really
like, man, I wonder if a chicken can float.
imagine having a chicken to test that theory on.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people have chickens, like even in like suburbs and stuff. Like in my
You have a next door neighbor who's just hearing bok, 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 bok.
Dude, no. So I never had chickens, but a lot of my neighbors did, and a lot of the time I would just inherit them because they just jump the fence.
You're like,
and
I've got a chicken.
Yeah, and my neighbor would be like, "It's fine, he'll come back," because we had like a hole in the fence, so he'd either like jump the fence or he'd just crawl under, and he would just go between.
How high was your fence?
Dude, chickens can jump. It was like an
Chickens can jump.
Chickens can jump,
What-
bro.
that sounds
it was probably like this high because it wasn't like.
What's this? Oh yeah.
So it was just like like a back fence that divides between like backyards. So
Is that
like
what they do?
yeah, so they're not like
Stop being a smart ass.
this guy. I'm trying to get a story out here, and he won't even.
Nah,
he,
go ahead.
he invites
Tell
me on his podcast.
Tell me about the chicken that could jump higher than.
I don't know, man. Now I don't know if I want to talk about it. It
Okay,
sounds kind of
fine.
dumb.
I'll ask the next question. If you could have a conversation with any historical figure, who would they be?
Ooh, I don't know if this counts as historical.
Are they from the past?
Are we speaking historical as in like past or like someone who's just had like crazy influence and records? Because like my football brain's kind of going off because like I would consider Messi someone who's historical and like I would love to talk to that guy.
You want to talk to Messi? Do you even speak Spanish?
I mean, he speaks a bit of English.
Enough for you guys to have a conversation?
Apparently well, I mean, according to like the Miami players, like he can speak good enough English to get by. So like maybe.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know like a proper historical figure because I used to love history, but I don't know. To be honest, this is like a real white boy answer, but like maybe like
Slim Shady?
no,
Vanilla Ice?
no, bro, no. This is like real like white boy with like Japanese fixation.
Yeah.
But like I'd probably want to like speak to like a samurai warlord and just understand like their whole culture because they had some like really cool traditions and stuff like that.
I can get around that.
Yeah.
Next question. If you could magically transform into any inanimate object, what would you be?
Oh, there's an absolutely villainous answer, and it's a chair is the most. Dude, a
That's
chair.
the answer that I said.
Dude, a chair is it's like an absolutely evil answer, but it's also such a 50-50 thing because like there's like hot woman sit on me, or ugly anime dude who's never showered in his life could sit on me. Like
50-50?
Yeah.
That's what I said as well.
There's like, down bad hot girl after the gym, anime dude with dick cheese. Like,
those are the two sides of the spectrum.
yeah, it's really, are you willing to deal with this to get this?
And are you willing to deal with that to get that?
I believe I am.
If you were a sandwich, what sauce would be best served with you?
Ooh, is it the sauce that I would be to go on the sandwich, or which sauce would accompany me?
Yes, the second one.
I was
first thing you said?
Like, are you asking like which sauce I would be, or?
No. You are the sandwich.
Okay.
What sauce do you want to be placed all over your sandwichiness?
Probably either like sriracha or like tonkatsu sauce.
It's tonkatsu sauce.
So it's like it's kind of like if you ever get like the katsu chicken, it's it's kind of like the sweet. It's like a sweet barbecue sauce.
That brown sauce that they put on top
Yeah.
of the katsu. Oh, I love that sauce. I can get around that as well.
Dude, it's so good. But like here, a lot of the time it's like pretty runny.
Is it normally thicker?
So like in Japan, depending on where you go, you can get it like it's still runny, but it's like quite thick. It's almost like a thin gravy.
Okay.
Because the idea is what you do a lot of the time, it'll come as like a meal. So you'll get like the grilled or like the crumbed like cutlet, whether it's like chicken or pork.
Yeah.
And then it'll come with Japanese curry and rice, and you put the sauce over it. So it almost acts like a glaze.
Ooh.
But it's so good, man.
Ooh. I can definitely get around that. I might need it.
Dude,
fly to
I could
Japan to
drink
test
that. I could drink that
Just
shit.
that sauce?
Yeah, I think as much as I love like spicy stuff, I think I'd have to go with tonkatsu sauce.
Tonkatsu.
Yeah.
Tonkatsu. Do you know my name's Japanese?
Is it?
Yeah, Tanaka. You didn't know my name, did you?
No, like I. Do it? No, I'm trying to think.
You might have always known me as T because
Yeah, I think I've just
calls me.
always known you as T.
Yeah.
Because that was what Kyle introduced you as, and then like your Instagram's like T Timbo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just expose me.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
I think you just exposed me as a bad person more than anything.
Well,
But
that's facts. That's
yeah.
everyone knew that already.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
my
mean-
real name is Tanaka.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Is it from like Japanese heritage or
Nah.
just
Do I look Japanese to you?
dude? So like the one country that has like probably the most Blasians is Japan.
Blasians.
Yeah. No, like
I know what it is.
yeah, no, and like I know it's like a white boy trying to talk about Blasians, which is like I'm digging myself a hole here. But
Do you like Blasians?
oh my, dude, you're trying to like.
Get you cancelled before you even
Dude, for
peak.
real, like this footage is gonna be used in like a court trial.
Just freaking.
But
Just
yes,
a
absolutely, I am down bad.
I'm down bad with the Blasians. All right, and then last.
I mean, do you not?
no, I have no problem with Blasians.
Exactly,
I think-
bro.
I don't know where I'm going with that. I'll just stop talking.
Yeah.
This is my favorite question, and I enjoy it a lot. So you have to answer it with full honesty. If you were a wrestler, what would your name be?
Oh, I honestly think I would still stick with like what my username is on Instagram, which is
Sam Bar-Ari.
Shmuley Tabouli.
Oh yeah,
Because
sorry, yeah. I've got
That
this.
stemmed
yeah.
from like a phrase in high school.
Yeah.
Like it became a nickname in high school from like a phrase that I came up with that could be like a wrestling catchphrase.
Yeah.
Because
Elaborate. Tell us more.
when I was in like year 11 and 12, there was like, I don't know if you ever saw the meme of like the chicken with a gun, and it was just captioned "mess with the cock, you get the Glock."
No, I haven't.
And like that was like a huge meme.
Could that chicken float?
I don't know. Maybe he was floating people up to heaven with that gun. I'll tell you that much. But that meme was kind of popping off, and people were just coming up with like different like versions of it. Like there was the whole. It was like around the same time like you've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Get ready for like blank and blank, like another rhyming thing.
Yeah.
And so because my name in Hebrew, which is it translates to Shmuley or like Shmuel.
Shmuel,
Yeah,
what's that?
Samuel. It's like Samuel in Hebrew.
Okay. Okay.
And tabouli is like a traditional like Middle Eastern salad. So one day this was completely unprompted. I don't know why I said it. I just turned to my friends and I was like, "Mess with Shmuley, you get the tabouli." So from that,
I'm messing with Shmuley for sure. I get that
yeah.
Tabouli.
So from that stemmed the nickname Shmuley Tabouli.
Shmuley Tabouli.
But like I could imagine just like walking in the ring and be like, "Mess with Shmuley, you get the tabouli." So like I'd honestly probably
That's definitely top answer I've gotten so far.
I'd probably stick with that just because I could use the catchphrase.
That's a good answer. I love that. Thank you. That's brought me
And
joy.
you know WWE loves like they love that like
Rhyming names.
yeah that, and they also love like a good like backstory, and it's so easy to like wind up Americans with something Middle Eastern.
Shmuley Tabouli. Introducing the Hebrew heroine, Shmuley
Yo.
Tabouli.
He's cooking. And like you could come in with like a sugar glass bowl of like salad and like smash it over the dude's head.
We've gone too deep.
Yo,
signing you up right
yo,
now as we speak.
WWE. I'm looking.
It's
You sign like Logan Paul or something. You can do better. You're clearly running out of ideas.
And this is better. This guy.
This guy.
You're listening to
Absolute nonsense.
Thank you, Mr. Shmuley.
Yeah, I'm the host now.
So your name is Shmuel? Shmuel?
Yeah, Shmuel in
Shmuel.
Hebrew, because it's just like my name is Samuel, but it translates in Hebrew to
Shmuel.
Shmuel, and because like my dad's from Israel and his family still live over there. Like we go like he goes every year and then I go every few years, and like I can't like speak Hebrew or anything, but I know like super basic stuff.
So is your mum?
Mum's Australian.
I was Australian. So they met in Australia.
Actually, mum's a bit of a weird one because she was born in Papua New Guinea when
Bet.
it was still part of Australia.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know that. It was part of Australia.
yeah, so after World War II, it was like because it was like Germany and Japan had like captured it during World War II.
Yeah, I knew that.
And then it was when they were like dividing up, like once World War II had finished, when they were dividing up who to give where. Like Australia got Papua New Guinea, and she was born there when it was still part of Australia, but she was born like literally I think like only a year or two before it became like its own country. So it's like a weird thing where she's like technically Australian and she's got like an Australian passport and everything. But I sort of wonder, like, are you technically like Papua New Guinean or whatever?
Is that what they're called?
Apologies. I
Papua
think
New
so.
Guinea.
I think so.
I'm vibing it as well.
Apologies. I don't know 100%
I have no
what
idea
it is.
either.
But yeah, it's kind of like a weird one.
Yeah, sure. So I have to ask this out. Is your mum white?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Her parents are German and Hungarian, so she's very white.
She's very white.
Yeah.
She's white.
Yeah,
She's like
Yeah.
she's like this wall
real.
when it's not pink.
And no, that's the color she gets when she goes in the sun.
That one.
Because she just burns.
The
Yeah,
one behind
because
me?
of how white she is, she
She
just
just
burns.
burns. Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh, you
Yeah.
spoiled little brat.
Oh,
No
yeah,
wonder
baby.
you went to freaking art school.
Bro.
Fuck me.
Dude, I love you introduced me with that. Like, you're really setting me up for failure. Introducing me
Yeah.
as an art student.
Freaking, I have another joke about that actually. I saw on your Instagram story that you were wearing a maid outfit.
Oh,
And I saw,
yeah.
no, but here's my joke with it. I was like, oh, good thing he has that because he's only graduating with an arts degree.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So it might
Dude.
come in handy.
Something crazy. So that was obviously for a show that we did.
Oh, was it? He's
Yeah.
like, obviously, guys, that's
Oh,
not just my Wednesday outfit.
Well, no, so it was, but I put it in a show, so it's a tax write-off.
OnlyFans is popping off.
Dude, for
You're like,
real.
check out my new
Dude,
maid
okay.
outfit.
No matter what you say, I look snatched in that.
Did
I
you?
looked phenomenal.
Send me a
And-
photo and I'll put it on the YouTube
Yeah,
video.
dude, that can be the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail.
Just your butt cheeks.
But the crazy thing is the show that we did, it was an absurdist piece. And
I don't know what that means. What does
so
that mean?
it's like absurdist theater is like it's always like crazy shit. Like the play
okay.
starts in like normal English and it just falls apart into gibberish.
Oh,
Because
true.
the point of that show was like communicating with people who can't really speak English, who's speaking. It's like trying to communicate with someone who doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to communicate, but it just comes out as gibberish.
True.
And the point of that play, there were 4 male characters and 1 female character, but the way the groups got
Which one are you? Which one were you?
so.
Who were you?
I was the female character because the way
Oh.
the way the group got divided up was there were 4 girls and then me.
Yeah.
So like, oh, it makes sense because it's an absurd play anyway.
True.
We can just flip it.
Oh my god, who knew that question actually had relevance?
Yeah,
I was
dude,
just
dude, no,
asking you
yeah.
how you identify.
Yeah. No.
That's all I was asking.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that he, him, and I'm bi. If you want to go into that, but
Did you hear that, guys?
Yeah.
Everyone's on the table.
yeah, dude, I'm just a whore. I identify as fucking horny. But the funniest thing was for our first dress rehearsal, when I turned up, all the girls were like, "I've never understood like the thing with maid costumes, but after seeing you in that, I get it. I want to go and buy a maid costume now." Like the girls saw me and they were like, "Damn,
You're
he
part
looks,
of the change,
he looks
young man.
so good in that.
You're the
I want to
reason-
get one now."
You're
So
you're fucking welcome.
to their boyfriends,
You're
you're welcome for that maid outfit.
Yes. That is brilliant.
Oh yeah, it was
jolly good show, lad. Jolly
was-
good show.
that was fun, and I had to rap in that show as well.
You want to do it right now?
Oh, I can't. I don't know if. So it was like a poem.
That's what rap music is, bro.
Yeah, it was. We were just like, fuck it, we'll make him rap. It's funnier. Because like white dude in a maid costume rapping, that's not any form of appropriation at all. I was just trying to cover all bases and being as stupid as I could. But it was like a love poem as well. It was like for like a fireman, and I had to like rap about how everything was on fire.
Do it, please.
Dude,
Do
we
you
put
remember
like
it?
we put like Stormzy backing tracks behind it as well because it was like I had to do it in an English accent. And
I
it
want
was
to see it.
so we're not allowed to get the footage though because the footage is for marking purposes only. So even though like it's an open show for like
People to come see
any
it,
audience
everyone.
can come
Okay.
watch, and we had like a full audience because it's still for an assessment. We're not allowed to
gonna
get the
do-
footage because the footage is property of the uni for marking purposes.
Until you graduate or just forever?
Even then, forever, which is really annoying because I've done some like really good like
Work.
shows, and I'm
And
like,
we-
I want to get this to put in a show reel, and the uni's
Yeah.
like, no, sorry, it's for
Fuck, that's so
Marking preps.
rude.
There was
That's
only
like-
one. There was only one teacher that ever broke the rules, and she's not at the uni anymore. I
wonder why.
She didn't get fired. She just retired. We were like her final class.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
probably why she gave it to me. She was like, "Oh, this is
She's
final
like,
class.
no
like,
one's gonna
who
forget-
cares?"
yeah,
and like,
no one's
she-
gonna come to my retirement village and be like,
and she was super nice. So like, I'm sure she would have done it for other people.
how long do you have left in your course?
I've got a year left.
And what
I
do you-
technically would have graduated last semester, but because I took the year off to go and like do a bunch of stand up stuff over East with like the Laugh Mob boys, and then the past 2 semesters I just did 2 units each.
Yeah.
But now I'm back on full mental breakdown speed doing 4 units. So this time next year, hopefully I'll be done with the
you'll
most
be
useless degree known to man.
Graduating as a with what? What does your certificate say?
It says, "Good job, you're good at playing pretend." I'm graduating a creative arts degree with a major in theater arts.
oh.
Yeah,
Oh. What do you
I'm a theater kid.
he just flicked his hair, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, he just grabbed his hair and flicked it everywhere. He's got majestic mane.
Audio listeners, you're missing out.
Oh my god! He's putting on the maid outfit.
Yeah, I brought it, and there's nothing underneath it either.
All right, you went. So you just mentioned Japan. I have to ask you about
Yes.
this. You've gone twice in 1 year. Are
Yeah.
you just low key bussing? Like with just money in your bank account?
I'm not. So the first trip was all my own money.
Yeah. The second one was my OnlyFans income.
So no, the second one was helped through with my parents as like my 21st present.
Shout out, mom and pa.
Shout out white parent money.
Continue.
Me and my mate, we'd been planning this trip since like pre-COVID. So we'd been planning this since we were in year 12, which was like 2019.
Fuck
So
yeah.
obviously we were like,
Such a little baby.
yeah, I turned 21 in June.
June what?
Like June 9th, this June.
Oh
June
my
just
God.
gone.
Yeah, it's on June 6th.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my God, Gemini.
Oh my god, we should have like a joint birthday. But
I love that. No, we can't make those jokes. Remember the last time we had that in their video? They got cancelled and now they're a
they?
WWE wrestler.
oh no, my career as a wrestler. It's falling apart.
No, it's coming, still coming, because that was part of his journey, and now he is a WWE wrestler. So
True. But yeah, so the first time it was just a holiday that we were planning since 2019. We were like, okay, so we graduate end of 2019, we'll go like January 2020.
yeah,
Because like that's like the peak winter time to go, because that's when all the ski parks are open. It's like snowing, and we had never seen snow before because Perth.
have you seen snow now?
No, actually, because
Yeah, I'm pretty
even though
sure.
we went in November, December, we didn't go to the parts that were snowing.
Ah, okay.
Because like at that time of year, it's only like the very North Island that started snowing, and obviously start of 2020, COVID kicked off.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to delay it, and then we finally went November of last year, and it was fucking awesome. We did all the stupid touristy shit. We went to like Disney, Osaka, Disney, Universal. We did all like the temples.
Do that Mario Kart thing that people always
We
see on-
didn't because I don't have my driver's license, and you have to have your driver's license.
Right. You're so young.
No, so there's a valid reason that I don't have my driver's license, and you're about to feel real stupid.
I'm about to feel stupid.
Yeah, it's the epilepsy.
Epilepsy. Oh, you actually have
Yeah.
epilepsy? Oh my god, I thought you were just making a joke before.
No,
I thought you were just
motherfucker,
making
you've been to my sets where I have like a 5-minute bit about how I have epilepsy.
Oh, I don't remember it. It's alright, you didn't know
Obviously, it's not a
Shut
good
up.
bit.
You
Obviously, it's not a good joke.
You didn't know my name, so
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
I think I'm still one up here.
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
think,
more.
yeah, probably.
But cool. Okay, so you went again recently.
Yeah,
you checked
and
out.
that was for uni.
For uni.
Yeah, so it was because I did just a basic Japanese language unit.
Basic Japanese. So
yeah,
you know
so
how
it's-
to say hi and say
Yeah,
bye.
pretty much.
Oh, true. Making such relevant jokes today.
Ohio gozaimasu. That was
Yeah,
real white one. That's not how you actually say it.
What is it?
Well, that's good morning is Ohio gozaimasu. But that's like how like a white person would say it that doesn't know how to
When-
pronounce it.
Whenever you go to like a Japanese restaurant in Perth,
Yeah.
they say something. Do you know what it is?
Where
So
like when
as you walk in, everyone like goes together and one person like starts the chant and then they finish
So
it.
it's normally like I think because they do it in Japan.
Yeah.
I think it's normally like or like they'll say like welcome or something like that.
Oh, okay, that's what I assumed. And
Or like they'll say like please sit. It depends. To be honest, I've not actually paid attention too much to what they say.
Oh my god!
Because a lot of the time a lot of the time here at least it's like so loud and like they'll be walking in front of you and they'll say it and like half the restaurant won't respond.
Well, I will record it for you next time.
When you leave, they say they just say thank you.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
okay. I've always wondered, but I don't know anyone who's Japanese, so you're the closest to Japanese that I got.
Yeah, I mean I'm slowly learning the language.
Oh no, actually, I do have a friend who speaks who's learning Japanese as well.
Nice, yeah.
But he's English.
Ew, gross. British people, disgusting.
Apologies to my 4% of listeners in the UK.
Kyle, I'm talking about you specifically.
So you're talking about Scousers. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't have anyone in Liverpool yet.
Yeah,
Not even Kyle.
They're a
listens to
different
me.
breed.
Different breed, yeah, we all know that.
That's sick, innit? Fuck, that was so bad, bro. Cut that, please.
Was that you trying to do Scouse?
Dude, I can't. Like, so
Was that you trying to do Scouse?
So I did it. I had to do it for a show, but I haven't done it for so long that it's like faded away. Like it's really fucked.
Come on, lad.
Come
I'm
on,
from
lads.
Liverpool.
I'm from Liverpool. There we go.
Man.
It's weird because like my Scouse, like for some reason it like blends into like Scottish and shit. It's really weird to do.
I think it borderline is a really close accent to it. I've got this thing here actually. It's got Kyle, our mutual friend, the mutual friend I had with Tabouli, and pretty much the person I'm using to get comedians to come on the podcast because I just messaged them because I know them from Kyle. Which really comes in handy. Who knew it was a white boy from England would come in handy, you know?
Yeah, crazy.
It would come in handy for something else that wasn't starting slavery.
But, dude,
But like, yeah.
Sorry, just the fact that you brought up slavery. If there's one person, okay. Hear me out. If there's one dude who wishes he was black, it's Kyle.
Oh yes, he's.
Dude, you know when he found out Reuven wasn't black, he cried.
Oh, because Reuven's Indian, eh?
Yeah. So, for context, there's this Indian dude who he's very ambiguously brown and like he wears basketball jerseys, Tim's. He's like shaved head. So he's got the sun. He's like a lot of people think he's black, and Kyle did, and that was part of the reason why they started becoming super close. And Reuven makes sure so many people know this that like I don't even know if it's true because I feel like it wouldn't be. Reuven probably hypes it up, but according to him, Kyle cried when he found out Reuven was Indian and not black. Which is so funny.
Well, Kyle, I'm here for you, buddy.
If like I don't know if you do this, but like if you can put a photo of Kyle like up here, you'll see.
I already have him. He's in the Tabouli episode.
Oh yeah, well there you go. So like
he's
if you've watched the previous episode, you know like you can look at this guy and be like, yeah, he's a white dude who wants to be black.
That reminded me, while we're speaking of him, the joke that I had that I was going to roast you with, I forgot to say it. It was that this guy here is on the podcast today because I couldn't get Kyle Legacy until January.
Oh my god!
Until January,
bro. What do you mean? You didn't even. Kyle's not here.
Yeah, but I can't. He was supposed to come on.
Oh, the week that he was back.
Yeah, when he was in Perth, but then stuff happened that it didn't link up. But now he's coming on in January.
Man, I'm so sad I missed him. I was still in Japan when he came.
He cried about that.
He did?
So you believe everyone cries when Kyle. You think Kyle cries,
Kyle's just a little crybaby.
He's a little sensitive young man. Not
he
young,
is.
sorry. Sensitive
He's
man.
a fucking. He's 30. He's sunsetting. He's on his
way down. He's still
for real. He peaked at Universal Bar, which it's not a bad place. We love Universal Bar.
Just freaking trying to fucking cover the hole. You just dug quickly.
Dude, I love Universal Bar. It's the best. It's the best place to pick up a MILF, bro.
Oh, true.
Dude,
I thought Mustang was. Has it changed?
Bro,
Am I old?
Well, no. So Mustang Bar's like number 2. I think Mustang Bar might be better now because Universal Bar they started doing like Uni Thursdays, and since then there's a lot more young people there in general.
Oh, okay.
But like I've been doing Fringe there for 3. I think this was my 4. It was either my 3rd or 4th Fringe just gone.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I've like been like noticeably been like, oh, there's quite a few young people here. It's
So
almost
you've changed your entire
dude.
arsenal of jokes now?
No, I haven't. Like
No.
it's still like, I mean, at shows it's like always a mix of people, but like down on the dance floor, like night to night,
okay. Yeah,
it's like fucking a bingo parlor down there, bro. It's grannies left, right, and center. Like
bingo parlor.
dude, have you? I've never heard like someone squeak when they twerk until I'd been to Universal Bar. It's like it's like rusty hinges on a door. It's just like
You were like, somebody get the WD-40. Help that lady. She needs some oil.
dude, that's the real reason they're buying like the drinks. It's to like lube themselves up. They don't even drink them. Every shot comes with a free spray of like oil.
Oh my god. Let's freaking play this audio that I've got of Kyle.
Oh my god.
That he sent this to me, and it's just, let me know if you can figure out what he's saying.
Fucking sick lad, look at him. But I won't speak about diversity.
Yeah, you play it again.
Something
It's,
about diversity?
Yeah, that's all anyone can hear.
Which one is
It's
it?
that
The 4-second one?
yeah, put it next to your mic as well.
Fucking sick lad, look at him. But I won't speak about diversity.
Sick lad, look at him, bit of much needed diversity.
Oh,
Dude, let's go.
did you read it? It's
No,
right
no,
there on
no,
the screen
no,
as well.
no.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Fuck,
But yeah,
good
I
job.
think like he's stayed at my house a couple times. Like
He's
I
staying
think
in everyone's house.
yeah, dude, he is.
Yeah.
But like Kyle's such a nice guy. How could you say no to him?
Nah, he's
like
so lovely.
he's
I can't wait for him to come back. For him to come on.
He's
here.
dude. He's the reason I got into comedy.
Facts. I was actually gonna ask you that
so,
as well.
yeah.
He's your hero.
Dude, this will actually reveal a little bit of info that I've never told Kyle, and it was the first time I saw him. I didn't like him. I didn't think he
You
was that
jerked off
funny.
to him?
I
Sorry,
did.
what'd you say?
The first time I saw him, I didn't think he was that funny.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't jerk off to him, but okay,
No,
so
well-
you did jerk off to him,
Well, of course,
and
obviously.
he knows that.
Dude,
No, he doesn't.
dude, he's a 6 foot plus white guy. How can I not?
He's not 6 foot.
He is, isn't he?
I'm taller than him. I'm 6 foot.
Is Kyle not 6 foot? I'm sure he tells. Dude, I'm pretty sure he tells everyone that he is.
He's
Hang on,
not
I'm gonna
6
message
foot.
him right now and be like, "How tall are you?"
There's no way he's awake.
I'll see what he says.
He's not awake. He was online an hour ago on Instagram.
No, he's in Edinburgh. He doesn't sleep in Edinburgh.
Oh, okay.
Dude, Edinburgh does show. He'll do his
Yeah.
first show at 10, and his last show will be at 3 a.m.
Send him the message, and if we get an answer, we'll find out later. But yes,
This
your
is gonna
history.
be so funny because I've just messaged him. He'll be like, "Why the fuck are you asking me this?"
Do you want me to message him and try and ask him?
No, because then he'll know. He'll
he'll
100%
know,
know
yeah.
if we both message him
Yeah,
because
true.
you posted that I was here on your story.
Yeah, but he doesn't look at my story.
True.
He doesn't really like me.
But
Nah, I'm
yeah.
joking. He
So
loves me.
how I
Pretty
met
sure.
Kyle and how I got into comedy was when I was like younger. My mum would always take me into fringe shows. From
You were
like
younger. Oh, isn't it? Because they do have kids shows. Yep.
no. So it wasn't. She would take me to all like the regular like comedy shows and stuff.
Oh,
And she
are
would
they
just-
all in bars?
Yeah, they are. But like when you're with an like
Oh, for
adult,
friends
I'm
and
allowed
stuff,
to go
yeah.
in. Or like the shows that we wouldn't, she'd just be like, "Yeah, he's 18. Don't worry about it."
You.
Yeah.
You don't even
She would,
look
like,
18.
she
You don't
would,
even
like-
look 18 now.
Yeah, I know, dude. Actually, sorry, just on a tangent with that. I'm 21 and I shaved and I got cast in a role for a 15-year-old for like a student short film, which is insane.
That's saying a lot.
Like that's why I never shave. Like I look 12. I hate shaving so much.
I want to see it now.
Oh man, I'll see if I can find a picture of me shaved.
I've got a razor in the bag. I can
Oh.
quickly shave your head now.
This is absolute nonsense.
Okay.
But yes, okay. How you met Kyle and how you became a comedian. Go.
So, we'd been to a show the year before called Two Englishmen and an Aussie, which had a
Oh, they changed that from, wasn't it before? It's now an Englishman, an African, and a...
no. So
Different show?
Two Englishmen and an Aussie is a different show. That's not a laugh mob show.
Oh, okay.
That's one that's run by I think Terry North.
Oh, speaking of laugh mob, freaking sign me. Get this podcast on your arsenal. You need some diversity. Some much needed diversity. And that was an awful accent.
They haven't signed me, bro. I've
Don't
been
worry.
working with them for like 3-4 years, and
They
like
haven't
it's still
signed
like a running
It's
joke
because-
that
it's
I'm the little boy that'll never get signed.
You're taking diversity in the wrong direction. For
Yeah,
what they-
true. Dude, the majority company owner is an Indian guy. Like I feel like he's the definition of diversity.
Yeah.
So like he ticks that box. They need another white boy.
And you think that's you? Little
It's
schmo.
fine. I tan enough to tick the diversity box during summer. It's just 6 months of the year I don't tick it. 6 months of the year I do.
He's a fucking...
I'll put on like a more wog accent, bro. It's fine.
Do it right now. I want to hear it now.
Oh,
Let's see if this is better than your
dude,
Scouser.
it's crazy because sometimes I can't put on a wog accent.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll just come out. Like it's crazy because like
sound
we
like
were.
a nonce at a school park. It's like I don't always bring it out. It just
What do you
comes
mean?
out
Did you say I
sometimes.
sound like a nonce at a school park?
Yeah.
What do you mean it just comes out? Like I just whip my cock out from time to time?
Yeah, just like how your accent comes out from time to time.
I mean, like it happened the other day. Like I was just like walking down the street with my mate, and like we saw another mate, and I was like, yeah, oh yeah, thanks, bro. And like,
Is that walk?
I don't know. I don't think that was because I can't do it on command. It's
It
so
just
weird.
sounds like you just
But
matured your voice.
But like my friend just turned to me, he was like, that was like the most wog shit I've ever heard you do. And I'm like, And to me, like I didn't even register that like my voice changed. And he was just like, your voice just changed massively.
Were you
And-
talking to another walk? Or just a random person?
It was just another mate that we bumped into. And like I think it might be because my Israeli family came like over a couple months ago.
You paused at the wrong time there. My Israeli family came.
My Israeli family came.
That's it.
But yeah, so like they came over a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And like it's like a code switching thing. Like when you're
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
like
yeah.
whenever I'm with them, like the Mediterranean accent just comes out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I think because it was like they were here this time, not me going over there. There was no environmental change for me, so it kind of just stuck around a little bit more. Because like obviously when we go over there, like I come back here and it's like it's a completely different environment as well. So I'm like, oh, I'm changing everything back.
Yeah.
But because they were here when they left, my environment didn't change. So I think that's why it stuck around for a little bit longer, or it just kind of is still there on certain words, I guess.
Yeah, no, fair. I
Oh
feel
no,
you.
it's a weird thing.
But yes, how you met Kyle.
Yeah, oh, for fuck's sake. Dude, this really is the most ADHD podcast.
I'm normally not even the one that's able to bring it back to the conversation.
Dude.
But yeah, how you met Kyle?
So yeah, we went to this show called Two Englishmen and an Aussie because we'd gone to it the year before.
Yeah.
And there was a comedian called Christian Elderfield that we'd seen, and we really liked him.
Yeah.
And he was once again on the poster. So we
okay.
were like, sick. We'll go to this show.
Let me guess. He was replaced by Kyle.
Yeah.
The fucking utter disappointment that you must have found. And you didn't even like him.
So okay, so here's the thing. And I was wearing like a regular Borussia Dortmund jersey.
Yeah.
So obviously because Kyle riffs.
Riffs.
And he was like,
fucking,
oh,
he pointed you out.
he did straight away, and he was like, yeah, we fucking beat you in the war anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because it was like the German kid in the English.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was fine. He was fun. I thought he was funny. I thought he was just okay. And I was like, oh, whatever.
He was mid, as you like to
and I was
say.
like, he was like, yeah, he's fine. I wouldn't like see his solo or anything. But Mum really liked him. So she was like, let's go see his solo. Let's go see his solo. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because there was another comedian that I wanted to see that was in the same venue straight after Carl. So I was like, yeah, sure, we'll go. And then his solo killed. It was fucking great. And this was like when I had first gone on Instagram because I was still like a kid. So I was, and it was like,
You're still a kid, bro.
fuck off. I can legally drink in every country now. It's fine. But I was like doing this thing where I was like getting like photos with like all the comedians that I see. So I like got a photo with Kyle. I posted it, and he like commented on the post, and we just kind of started talking. And like I went to see him like a couple of other times, and like I like briefly met Reuven. I think Reuven actually let me in for like a bunch of extra shows for free, which was really cool.
That's how they get you. That's
Yeah. Now I work for them, like, so. Yeah, I get who's
It's
the
not
real winner
formally.
here.
You work for them informally.
Yeah.
There's no contract being signed
Yeah.
here.
Please sign me. I just want the laugh mob ring, man. I want the drip. And then we just kind of started talking, and then he messaged me like, hey man, like next Fringe we might need like a sound guy if you like interested, you know, a little bit about sound tech. And I was like, yeah, sure, 100%. I message him and I'm like, hey man, you still like need a sound tech because I'm down? And he's like, yeah, 100% man, we'll get you in. So I start like teching for them. I'm doing sound and stuff. And then during that Fringe, there was like the big COVID lockdown in the middle of Fringe. So coming out of it, no one really wanted to come out. And it was like, we were like even struggling to like book comedians.
Yeah.
Like even comedians were like, oh, I don't really want to like come out.
Yeah.
We had like it was like a Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings show. It was like an experimental show that was like, oh, you either get up in character or you go and like do jokes about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. And they weren't booking comedians for it because to be honest, it bombed. There's a reason they stopped it after that festival. As well as I think there was like a lot of issues with Warner Bros because they're super protective of all of their properties, even if you just use like the name.
I think they got on their radar.
Yeah, I think
True.
Because like Fringe is a big enough festival, so like it was in the Fringe guide.
Yeah.
So they would have seen it there.
Is Fringe the same company, like the one in Edinburgh? Is it
Yeah,
the same
it's the
company
same.
called Fringe?
Yeah, it's
True.
the same. There were originally only three Fringe festivals. It was Edinburgh, Perth, and Adelaide. But now
So random.
they're starting
Perth and Adelaide.
Yeah.
What a random fucking...
like the two shit cities in Australia.
So random.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad it's here because it's like the one time places are open past 6 p.m.
Facts.
in Perth.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
that was a struggle coming back to Perth. So Japan
doesn't stop?
it's a 24-hour country, man. Like one of my favorite things was like, it's like 10 p.m. You want a little snack? Just go out of your hotel or your apartment, go for a walk. There's like a Family Mart, a Lawson's, or a 7-Eleven, which is like the convenience stores. You can just grab whatever you want.
Yeah.
And they're all open 24/7. It's not like some dingy window in a petrol station that you have to like stand out the front, hope you don't get shanked. You know how like after a certain time at petrol stations, there's only like the little window.
Yeah, I know exactly
And
what you
sometimes,
mean.
like,
Yeah.
sometimes if like the work is feeling shitty and you're like, hey, can you get me like a drink or like a snack or something? They'll be like, no, fuck off. You're paying for petrol and leaving. That happened to me at the 7-Eleven like down near my house.
That's something you only get when you're a small white boy. I've never been. They would never say that to me.
Yeah, that's because you're a huge black dude. They're probably
I'm
terrified
an
of you.
independent motherfucker. Not independent. I'm an intimidating fucker until you
Yeah.
start talking to me.
Like
then you're
they look
"Oh,
at you and they're like, this motherfucker could probably break the bars between me and him.
fucking do it as well. Fucking test me.
Back to Kyle. So they're struggling to there aren't really people coming to the shows and they couldn't even like really book people.
Yeah.
So they come up to me like an hour before the show and they're like, you're a nerd and you're like kind of cracking like bits between us. You want to like fuck around and try doing like 5 minutes of like Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings shit. So I was like, yeah, sure. And literally an hour before the show. So we have one show beforehand that I'm on the desk for and then that Harry Potter show.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting on the desk like doing the sound and everything and then just like fucking furiously trying to write like stupid Harry Potter shit.
For you.
Yeah, for
to
me
do
to
it.
do.
Yeah.
And then I ended up just going up and it went pretty well and I've kind of just not really stopped since. I've just been it was kind of like slowly like fucking around with it here and there up until like the Fringe just gone, like Laugh Mob themselves, they'd be like officially booking me for like I was doing at least 1 or 2 shows a night and like I've been gigging all around Perth and stuff. It's just something that I started with like, oh, I can kind of do this. I've been fucking around to now it's kind of more something that I want to do to the point where like I took that 6 months off to go over to Sydney and Melbourne and live with like the Laugh Mob boys and gig all around there.
Yeah.
Which was a great thing to do for any like comedian starting up in Perth.
Yeah.
I highly, highly recommend going to Sydney because it's a very different scene. It's a much tougher scene because the audience mentality over there is so different to here.
Well, they don't laugh?
They laugh, but it's very different. So like in Perth, like no one comes here, so people are just so grateful that there's something on. That like in the mentality here in Perth, also it's a thing because there's not heaps of comedy clubs.
Yeah.
Like people come out, the mentality in Perth is like, oh, I've paid, so I want to laugh. I'm going to laugh. Like I've paid to have a good time, so I'm going to have a good time.
They take that first little wall down themselves, yeah.
Yeah, there's a much more casual audience. Where in Sydney, because there's an open mic at every bar in Sydney.
You're some ruthless motherfuckers.
So like the mentality in Sydney is I've chosen to come here, I've paid for here, so you better fucking make me laugh. So like even if you've got a good joke, like you'll get a solid laugh, it'll be like, haha, next. So like it'll be like, good bit. Where's your next funny joke?
Fuck me.
So it's really like a trial by fire, but it's something I 100% recommend.
And how did you go?
I bombed constantly in Sydney, but I came back so much funnier.
True.
And like towards the end, I was starting to do really well, and I was starting to do some like non-open mics in some bigger areas. There were still like smaller rooms, but I was just starting to be like, the bookers would be like, hey, come down. Thanks to Kyle as well. Kyle has the keys to any city for comedy.
Yeah,
like
it's weird, eh?
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
But that's just a thing of because he's so nice and friendly, everyone's so open. So he was a big help. He would be like, hey, this is my mate. Chuck him some slack. But yeah, I do owe a lot to those boys for my start. They helped a lot.
If they asked you today and were like, hey, in a month's time, can you do Perth Arena because we're really down bad and we need someone to do some stuff there, would you say yes?
I would absolutely say yes, even though I don't have an hour. I would say yes. I don't care.
For
like
an hour,
if
20,000, not 20,000. How big's 20,000 with the floor seats as well?
I think it's like 25.
Yeah.
I think the official number is like 23 or something.
I think we're making
number.
it look bigger than what it is. I think it's definitely smaller than that. Like,
I definitely think it's around the 20,000 mark. Like, but
Hey,
that's
Google.
with floor seats.
what's the capacity of Perth Arena?
The Perth Arena has a capacity of 15,500.
We were so off. We were so
We were
far
fucking
off.
just making it look bigger than it actually is.
This is absolute
Nonsense.
I don't know. Do you want to talk at all about EA Sports FC? The fact that FIFA is finished.
Yeah.
There will be no more FIFA games.
Well, until FIFA, because FIFA want to release another one. They want to do it themselves. They're not doing it this year.
Well, the rumor is 2K might get the licensing. The people who make the NBA games, which would be insane, because they, I think, graphically are better than FIFA, and the NBA games technically are really good games.
And they have like so much more customization.
Yeah.
I still hate how EA never let tattoos become a thing.
Well, so they are a thing now, but it's like you have like a set.
Isn't it only in the
So
futsal mode?
it's not only in futsal mode anymore. It's in other
okay.
stuff.
True.
But most of the time it'll be covered because it'll be like, yeah, I want this tattoo, and then it'll like put it on your chest or something. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
And it's definitely not a thing. I don't think in like manager career mode.
I don't think it is because definitely
Maybe
because
not.
That's the one mode that I do play.
Yeah, manager career mode's goated.
And they definitely gonna step it up this year because I think like the last 3 FIFAs haven't changed.
Well, I think
Because-
this FIFA, or EAFC now, because it doesn't have the FIFA name, this is going to be the one that EA wants to put.
yeah.
They want to jam pack it with new features.
They've been holding back because they knew they're gonna lose the FIFA name.
they've
so
known
there's no
for
point.
about 2 years that they're going to lose the FIFA name. So I'm hoping, like, we've got like a lot of upgrades through next gen, like Hypermotion.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this is where we'll get a truly, truly next gen experience.
I'm vibing. I'm ready
like-
for it. I think it's gonna happen. It has to. Oh,
Well,
so it's just gonna be a shit
They've
game.
completely reworked Hypermotion.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's the Frostbite engine. It's a new Frostbite engine again. And they just released the Matchday Experience trailer. There's a bunch of new like dynamic game intros.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm really hoping it's going to be good. I really like a lot of the new Ultimate Team stuff. So I don't know if you've seen, you can upgrade bronze players all the way up to gold players. So you know how in Pro Evo you could like upgrade players when you packed them?
Yeah.
That's a thing, that's going to be a thing in FIFA now.
Makes sense.
Which
So,
is really exciting because like there's always like that youngster that you really like that you take with you to every club in career mode.
Yeah.
But in FIFA they're like a shit bronze or a shit silver card.
It just doesn't work.
Like for me that was like Yusufa Makoko from Dortmund, but like he was like not a good card.
Silver.
He was probably silver last year.
Yeah.
But like now, and I feel like if you take him all the way up to a gold, that was actually I think the player they used as the example in the trailer.
That must have gave you a little.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's my guy.
That's my wet dream right there.
Yeah, but I think he has the potential to have a crazy meta card because he's super quick. Even his like I think even his like silver card has like 78 pace. Which means by the time he gets upgraded to a gold card, he'll probably have around like 85, 86 pace.
Yeah. That's a way to fucking go.
Which for like, and it's crazy for like, if you can, depending on how fast they let you upgrade stuff, you can get crazy good early game squads.
I stopped playing Ultimate Team ages ago because it just started getting too pay to win.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
this
yeah.
ain't it,
One
chief.
thing that's really scary is there's a rumor that they're taking out the transfer market.
To do what? Yeah.
Which it just makes it fully pay to win. The only way you'd be able to buy players is through packs. Even then, when I play Ultimate Team, I think I'm so bad. Like I still spent money on it, but I think this FIFA was the least money I spent. I think I only spent about $100 on FIFA points this year. They have done in recent years a much better job at making high rated players accessible.
Yeah.
Through objectives and like cheap squad building challenges.
Yeah.
So like even though I think I only spent about $100, I still have like a 95 rated squad. And like I had like a really meta squad throughout the entirety of the game. Which is good.
It's not gonna, I'm not gonna come back to Ultimate
Yeah,
Team.
I'm still
Ultimate Team is shit.
What I do, I play Ultimate Team so casually. I think I've played less than like 100 games of Ultimate Team this year.
I think I just played 100 games on 1 year of Ultimate Team. I think the most I've done is 20. And I just stopped. I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a career mode.
Career mode's the way to go.
I love Manager Career. It's so good.
Manager Career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it's just like with player career, because you can't really sim matches.
No, your player just
because your player just, he doesn't develop.
Your rating drops and like
Yeah.
your position in the team drops. It just they really want you to play, but then
I mean, I suppose that is the point of FIFA, to play.
Yeah,
And the point of player career mode is to play as your player. But sometimes
it
like
just makes it
takes
so long-winded.
It takes so long.
It's like like one season, 26 games at 6 minutes and a half.
And like with Manager Career, even if you sim it, players will still develop in Manager Career.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I just
Let it
love.
go. I wish it was easier to create your player and then chuck him into your Manager Career mode.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, it just has to go through back doors. So you have to update your squads to the latest version, and then from there create a player in like creation mode, like outside of career mode, and then plop him into the game. Yeah, and then when you start your career mode, don't. It asks you the question: do you want to use the updated squads? If you say no, and then you just get, and then it'll just import whatever you've created on your normal thing. It's a lot of fucking work.
To be honest, what I do, because there's the player editor in Manager Career mode, I would just edit like a random youth player into me. Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably quicker.
So what, you can change his name, change his face, and everything.
I'm pretty sure you can change anything about him. You might just not be able to change his rating and stats.
Yeah. Okay. That's smart. I might try that.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very cool that women are in Ultimate Team.
Yeah,
it adds so many more players to the game as well.
Because they're going to be in the same team, eh? So it's going to be, your team can be men and women. Yep. How are they doing the ratings? Because I guess men are faster.
It's the same. They're just balancing it out. Because I don't know if like Sam Kerr's card, I don't know if it leaked or it's been officially announced, but like I think she's the highest rated female player. She's got 90. She's 92. Yeah. But she's like 88 pace, 90 shooting, 82 physical. Yeah. So she's still going to be a good card.
But is that comparing her to other women or comparing her to everyone?
It's comparing her to everyone. Like that's still like a really meta card regardless.
Yeah.
But the one thing I've seen, a lot of people are like hating on it because like she has a higher physical than Ibrahimovic did.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But it's like it's really stupid because obviously like Ibra wasn't a crazy high rated card, and they're gonna have, because they're putting them in the same team, they have to balance them out to be even. And like they're not doing it like men versus women. They're doing it based on how the women play, so it's fair. Okay. Because obviously, like if you put the man against a woman, she's probably gonna be less physical. Yeah. But if it was a woman against a woman, the physical stats will reflect that accurately.
Yeah. So like, that's what I meant. Yeah. So
I have no problem. People that are getting mad about like the high stats, just like a high physical stat because she's a woman, are the dumbest people.
Those little bitches.
Yeah.
Insecure.
It's literally people who are like, oh, a woman shouldn't play sport, and that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Facts. Speaking of women playing sports, the FIFA World Cup is on right now.
Ooh.
How excited? No. Oh, yeah. Let me fucking read what I wrote down first before you trash on this.
No, I'm not going to trash it. I actually have...
I
have a lot of good things.
So, at the time of this recording, the group stage is just finished. We've had some big knockouts. The world number 2 in the world, Germany, are gone. Olympic champions, Canada, are gone. The hosts, New Zealand, are gone. The world number 8, Brazil, are gone. And then just a funny thing I always like to add, Italy's gone because Italy are now not good at football.
Yeah.
Because
True.
even the men are
Dude.
shit. And then with this World Cup, it was the first time with 32 teams. So there were 8 debutants with Haiti, Zambia, Panama, Philippines, Portugal, Republic of Ireland, Vietnam, and Morocco. And then Morocco have qualified to the next round.
What a year for
Moroccan football. Fuck yes. I love African teams.
I will say
Always
as
big 'em
well,
up.
they're one of their defenders, the first ever woman to
wear
wear a
a hijab,
hijab,
yeah.
which is also great.
Yes, yeah. So I watched them play when they came to
Yeah.
Perth. So I was there for them
I'm
watching.
so sad I missed that game.
Grow up, bro.
They're-
You freaking should have been there. It was.
Dude, we tried to get tickets, but they were sold out.
That's why you should have bought them in November, like what we did.
Oh man, yeah. I was so disappointed in the first game that we went to, the China-Denmark game.
Oh, you were there for that one as
yeah.
well. It was slow. No, it was slow. It was good.
So yeah,
It just everyone was just shooting like they were playing rugby.
yeah. I think
Every ball was
China
skying it.
China deserved to win that game. I think
Yeah,
they
over
were
Denmark, yeah.
they were much more technical.
Yeah.
They just had an unfortunate. It was just unfortunate. Their goalkeeper just sort of dived more forward than up
Because she fucked up. She went
Yeah.
forward instead of just
the
going.
side,
No,
yeah.
she should have gone backwards.
Yeah.
Because the ball was obviously going
It was
over
like
her,
a-
and
yeah,
she
it was
reached
a bit
over
of-
for
yeah.
nothing. And then for the Morocco one, I have a story for you for that one, right?
Yeah.
But it was fucking sick watching. So we watched them play, watched them score their goal at penalty. We were right behind the goal in the shed at Perth Rectangular Stadium.
Yes. The stadium that's had like 3 name changes in the past 2 years or something.
It's because the only one's for FIFA because FIFA's not allowed, won't let sponsors be
Oh
named.
yeah, right.
That's why.
right,
Yeah.
That's why.
Because before it's called NIB, now it's
HBF
Park,
which is
yeah.
really confusing because we also have a HBF stadium.
and HBF Arena.
That was actually an issue because my dad went to the other HBF stadium
For the game.
like in fucking like
Claremont?
Claremont or
Yeah.
wherever it is, and he pulls up and he was like,
Where is this gift?
he called me and like me and my mum were already inside, and he called me and he was like, hey, why is like there no lights on and no one here? And I'm like,
Where are you?
where are you, bro?
That's funny. So I found the right stadium. And I went to.
So you're
Thank you.
You just gotta flex on my dad like
Just
that.
gotta flex on your dad
I'll,
like
I'll
that.
show him just this clip.
Please. Hi. So I was on the way. So the game's kicked off at fucking 6 o'clock
Yeah.
on a Wednesday night, which was
That's
good,
so-
but also bad. It was shit.
I gotta say, a lot of the timings for the games were really weird because the games
yeah.
on weekends kicked off at like 8 o'clock,
8:30, 8
and
o'clock.
then
Yeah.
the weeknight games kicked off at 6.
It was weird. I don't know. We've been trying to work it out the whole time, trying to figure out why.
I suppose I reckon their reasoning is probably like because over Easter's already so far ahead of us, especially New Zealand.
But still, that means if we're kicking off now at 9 o'clock in Perth, that means
It's
in
like
New Zealand it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. It
Yeah.
should have been the other way around. Where
Yeah.
our games were earlier than they.
Yeah, but also like if it's
Hey.
earlier, no one's gonna be there. So they're doing
That's
it like
true. That's
as
true.
late and early as possible to fit both time schedules.
Weird
I guess.
lifetime. But it wasn't great for me because the freaking starting at 6 o'clock, I finished work at 5. I work in the city, which is good, but it means I just had to run from work to the city. I did do that. I ran, tripped over.
Oh no, is that the
that's what happened to my elbow.
You got battle scars.
I was trying to get to the Moroccan.
For the love of the game, bro.
I love the game. Fucking ran, tripped over in front of a car. Didn't look at anyone. I just got back up, started running again
Real.
like a fucking champ. Got to the stadium, walked in, went straight to the St. John ambulance. I was like, "Hey, help me!
yeah.
And
Hey,
they were like,
so I
please help me."
I
yeah.
got battle scars, bro.
And they were like, "What happened to you?" I was like, "I fell over running here." And they were like, "Okay." I was like,
They
Help
probably
me.
would have had a good laugh at that.
"Definitely, yeah." The kid, it was like a young dude who helped me as well. So I think he would have definitely. Nah, he didn't seem like he knew how to laugh. He seemed like he had something stuck up his ass.
Another football wonder story coming out of this World Cup, Jamaica.
Yeah, fuck yes.
They had to set up a GoFundMe
Yeah.
to get here.
Yeah.
And now they drew with Germany. They beat, I think, did they?
They
did-
won. So I watched them. They won the game in Perth. So that's the game I was at. They won that.
So they beat South Korea, I think, was who they played here.
Yeah. No. Who's in their group? So Morocco? No. Because Morocco in the same group as Germany.
Yeah, so
Which means
it's
it was
Morocco,
Morocco.
South Korea, Germany, and
Morocco, South Korea, Germany, and Jamaica.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So then,
So I think they beat South Korea.
wait, who did I watch? Oh, it's Colombia. Wrong group, bro.
Oh my God!
It's
Yeah,
wrong
they
group.
beat Colombia. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's Colombia.
it's Colombia,
Germany-
Morocco, Germany. Yeah.
No, Jamaica aren't in that group because it's Morocco. It's Morocco, Colombia, South Korea, and Germany.
Oh,
Because Germany and South Korea played and they drew.
dude, I'm talking out of my ass
You
right now.
fucking are talking out
Either
your
way-
fucking ass.
Either way, incredible story. Jamaica's, it's their first ever World Cup, I think.
Yeah, so they're on my list, eh?
Yeah.
I said them, right? Yeah, it was their first one. They freaking had to go to GoFundMe. They had to, Bob Marley's daughter helped them get there as well.
Yeah, and now they're through to the round of 16, which
Absolute scenes.
I don't know if the men's team has been to a World Cup, but they've never been that far.
I don't think they've ever been to the World Cup.
Yeah,
The men,
I think that was the big thing, that they'd never had any team in the World Cup.
a bunch of the 8 teams that were there had never had any team in the World Cup.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's kind of funny with women's football. Like a general rule that I've noticed, if it's like other than the obvious like huge.
holy shit! Spain is playing Switzerland right now.
Yeah, bro,
Up
put that shit on. Spain winning, right?
Yeah, 5-1
Yeah.
to Spain.
Because Spain have like probably the best player in the Alexia Putellas.
Yeah.
She's one of the best players in the world. Like she's up there with Sam Kerr.
Oh.
Didn't stop them from losing 4-0 to Japan. I think the way Japan have been playing this World Cup, I think they are the favourites to win. To
They
be
started
honest.
off kind of slow, but I know they didn't lose a game. But their
Japan?
first game was hell dry.
No, their first game they won like
Yeah, I've got it here.
it was against
So Japan's
South
first game,
Zambia. They won like 5-0, didn't they?
5-0, and then 2.
It was-
sorry, the Costa Rica game was dry.
Yeah, that was like
That was
2-1
dry, yeah.
or 2-0 or something.
2-0, yeah.
They have the most goals of any team scored so far. But the way they play though, they're the team. They're playing like quick, like smooth football. And the other big countries are not having
No one,
good
yeah.
tournaments.
That's why it's so. It's
like the US barely
Average.
scraped through.
yeah,
We have not been playing well, and I want to get onto that.
yeah, because you're the one who inspired them to play better.
Oh yeah, dude,
your
my
post and
my
your-
post single-handedly. I'm the reason we
You're
beat
the reason,
Canada.
yeah. 'Cause fucking Sam Kerr saw Samuel.
Yeah, she didn't even play, but like she
Yeah,
saw it. She was
and I was
like,
like, guys,
yeah,
this
she
guy
showed the
from
team.
Perth,
This random
Random-
kid.
yeah, just freaking just outed us, and it's fucking
But yeah, I will say
show
that
up.
that Nigeria game was really bad. We did not play well.
This is absolute
Nonsense.
Samuel, I'm gonna call you that now. You don't know if that's people call
Yeah.
you Samuel. You don't like that?
We've crossed too many lines that we have to be formal with names now.
Yes. Okay. Shmuel. Is that how I say it? I forgot again.
Yeah, I
Is that how you
guess.
say it? No,
If
it's
you-
not.
Shmuel, I guess.
Shmuel. Is that? You say it. Tell
Please,
me how
that
to
was
say
my
it.
father's name. I mean, no one really calls me that. Everyone just calls me Sam or Samuel because
Okay.
my name is
Samuel.
in English.
Samuel, look at that camera right there in front of you, the one that's directly in line with you. Look into it. Tell everyone where to find you, what you're doing, I guess. I don't know. Don't tell anyone to come see you this weekend because I don't know if you have a show by the time I post this. I'm not sure when I'll post it. So
I had a show.
don't make promises.
I had a show, but you missed it, head ass.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess Instagram Shmooly Tabouli, TikTok Tabouli Comedy. I don't know because the spelling's gonna be annoying. If you want to like,
Don't worry, I'll be on the screen.
easy.
I know how to edit.
Pog. That's more than most people I know. I know there will be more stuff coming because I've just received a whole bunch of professionally filmed footage. So keep an eye out.
It's not your sex tape.
If I don't want to procrastinate, I will be starting to put clips up again. Hopefully, at least one a week. But
So hard, isn't
I might procrastinate and not do that. But keep an eye out.
Yes. You can
I guess also just if you follow my socials, you'll see when I'm doing shows. I'll be around
All right.
Perth. But yeah, I guess keep an eye out for me on stage and online. I guess also I'll be uploading shorts and maybe some longer clips on YouTube, which is also
Ooh, I'll link that as well.
I actually can't remember whether my YouTube is Shmooly Tabouli or Tabouli Comedy. So just look at the little URL there.
Down below in the comment in the description. Yes, thank you for coming on, Samuel.
Thank you very much for having me. It has been lots of fun.
As you know, that's the thing I always say. Sam doesn't know what it is because he's a little bitch.
Wow.
Toodaloo, friends.
Thanks. Bye.